Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. I will be presenting the company background of Borneo Cocoa Sdn Berhad or BCSB. BCSB is a Malaysian cocoa processing company established in 1994 and headquartered in Tawau, Sabah. The company specialized in the production of cocoa liquor, cocoa butter, and cocoa powder for both local and international markets. Over the years, BCSB has built a strong reputation for producing high-quality cocoa products and maintaining stable business performance. The company serves several well-known international customers, including Nestle, Cadbury, and M&M's. BCSB is led by an experienced management team with an extensive expertise in the cocoa industry. The company is also committed to sustainable business practices and plans to strengthen its market position through strategic expansion and sustainable cocoa production. Overall, Borneo Cocoa Sdn Berhad demonstrates strong business fundamental, experienced management, and significant potential for long-term growth. Next, I will present the proposed loan facilities and utilization for Borneo Cocoa Sdn Berhad. BCSB is applying for a total financing amount of 3 million ringgit to support its business expansion and sustainable cocoa production strategy. The purpose financing will be used for several key purposes. Firstly, 1.5 million ringgit will be allocated for the purchase of 10-hectare cocoa plantation in Tawau, Sabah. This acquisition will help secure a stable and reliable supply of cocoa beans for the company's operations. Secondly, 500,000 ringgit will be used for plantation development, including infrastructure, office facilities, and operational requirement. Another 500,000 ringgit will be allocated for the purchase of green energy machinery to improve operational efficiency and support sustainable business practices. Finally, 500,000 ringgit will be provided as working capital to support the company day-to-day operations and future business growth. Overall, the proposed financing is expected to strengthen BCSB's supply chain, enhance operational efficiency, and support the company's long-term growth and sustainable objectives. Next, I will be present the project details of Borneo Cocoa Sdn Berhad proposed expansion plan. BCSB plans to expand its business through the acquisition and development of a 10-hectare cocoa plantation in Tawau, Sabah. This strategic expansion supports the company's existing cocoa processing business and aims to strengthen its supply chain by securing a stable sources of cocoa beans. This project is also aligned with the company's commitment to sustainable business practices through the implementation of green energy machinery and environmentally responsible plantation management. Although the project may face risks such as fluctuation in cocoa prices, climate conditions, and operational challenges in managing plantation activities, these risks are mitigated by BCSB's experienced management team, strong financial performance, and established market position. Overall, the proposed project is consistent with the BCSB's core business activities and demonstrate the company's capability and potential to successfully achieve its long-term growth and sustainable objectives. Now, ownership and top management. Under the character assessment, BCSB is managed by an experienced leadership team with over 20 years of experience in the cocoa industry. The company has established strong business relationships with major international customers such as Nestle, Cadbury, and M&M's. In addition, management has demonstrated a strong commitment to business growth, sustainability, and operational excellence, while maintaining a good business reputation and consistent financial performance over the year. Under the capacity assessment, the management team possesses extensive expertise in cocoa processing and plantation management. BCSB has demonstrated its ability to maintain stable operations and strategically expand its business. The company has also recorded strong revenue growth, positive profitability, and healthy cash flow performance. Furthermore, the proposed plantation acquisition and sustainable expansion strategy reflect management's capability to successfully execute its long-term business objective. Therefore, based on both character and capacity assessment, Borneo Cocoa Sdn Berhad demonstrates strong management quality, operational capability, and high potential for successful project implementation.
Next, I will explain the business and operation of Borneo Cocoa Sdn Berhad. Firstly, Borneo Cocoa has a strong business model. Established in 1994, the company supplies cocoa products to well-known global brands such as Nestle, Cadbury, and M&M's, giving it a strong position in the export market. Secondly, the company is expanding by acquiring a 10-hectare cocoa plantation and investing in green energy machinery to improve efficiency and secure a stable cocoa bean supply. Lastly, Borneo Cocoa is committed to sustainability by pursuing 4Cs certification, which supports sustainable cocoa production and strengthen its long-term competitiveness. Next, I will present the economy, industry and market analysis for Borneo Cocoa Sendian Berhad. From the economic perspective, global cocoa demand continued to grow, while Malaysia's cocoa exports contribute positively to the economy. This creates a good opportunities for the company's long-term expansion. From the industry perspective, Malaysia is one of the world's leading cocoa bean grinders, and the industry is moving towards sustainable farming through initiatives such as 4C certifications. Lastly, from the market perspective, Borneo Cocoa supplies well-known global brands such as Nestle, Cadbury and M&M's. With growing demands in international markets and a strong customer base, the company is well positioned for future growth. Borneo Cocoa Sendian Berhad demonstrates strong business profitability supported by stable revenue growth and sound financial performance. In 2025, the company recorded revenue of RM23.45 million and profit after tax of RM1.08 million, reflecting its ability to generate consistent earnings. The company maintains low debt and strong liquidity, providing sufficient financial flexibility to support daily operations and future expansion. In addition, improving operational efficiency and stable cash flow projections indicate that BSSB has the financial capacity to sustain long-term growth and meet its debt repayment obligations. This slide shows the financial condition of BCSB by analyzing its working capital over the past 5 years. As we can see from the graph, the working capital days improved significantly from 435 and 40 days in 2021 to 303.16 days in 2025. This means the company is managing its working capital more efficiently than before. The improvement indicates faster inventory turnover and quicker cash collection, which help the company operate more smoothly. Better working capital management also provides stronger cash flow to support daily business operations and future growth. Overall, BCSB has a healthy financial position because it has sufficient liquidity to meet its short-term obligations. This suggests that the company's financial condition has become stronger over the 5-year period. This slide presents BCSB's financial condition by focusing on its liquidity and solvency performance over the 5-year period. First, let's look at liquidity. The current ratio remains strong throughout the 5 years, with the highest ratio recorded in 2023, before returning to a normal level. This shows that BCSB has enough current assets to cover its short-term liabilities. As a result, the company can maintain smooth daily operations and has sufficient cash to support future businesses activities. Overall, BCSB has good liquidity despite increasing investment activities. Next is solvency. The gearing ratio shows that BCSB has a low level of debt and relies more on shareholders' equity to finance its business. The debt to asset and debt to equity ratios remain around 3% in 2025, indicating a stable financial structure. In addition, positive net worth and retained earnings strengthens the company's financial position. Overall, BCSB has a strong long-term financial stability and is capable of supporting future growth. In conclusion, BCSB demonstrates a strong financial condition with healthy liquidity, low debt levels and a stable capital structure, which indicates good financial management and long-term sustainability.
For the liquid ratio, the current ratio increased from 50.48 in 2021 to 124.17 in 2023, before declining to 27.11 in 2025. Meanwhile, the working capital days decreased to 303 days in 2025, showing that the company managed its working capital more efficiently. For the probability ratios, both return on asset and return on equity increased until 2023, but declining in 2025. The PBT margin also decreased to 7.9%, while the PAT margin dropped to 4.61%. This indicates that the company profitability weakened in 2025. For the efficiency ratio, the current asset turnover, total asset turnover, and non-current asset turnover all improved over 5 years. This shows that the company used its assets more efficiently to generate sales. For the leverage ratio, the gearing ratio increased to 0.33 in 2035. The debt to asset ratio and the debt to equity ratio also increased to 3%, indicating that the company relied slightly more on debt financing. However, the shareholders' equity ratio remained consistently high throughout the period. For the market ratios, the dividend payout ratio and dividend per share remained at 0 throughout the 5 years. Earnings per share increased to 0.41 in 2023 before falling to 0.14 in 2025. For the collateral, the bank will receive a 10-hectare freehold cocoa plantation in Tawau, Sabah. The property is valued at 2.15 million ringgit, which covers about 71.18% of the 3 million financing. The bank should also obtain a first legal charge over the property. For the guarantee, the financing is supported by personal guarantees from the 3 directors and a corporate guarantee from Borneo Holding Berhad. This guarantee provides additional security to the bank if the company is unable to repay the financing.
Next, I will explain the capacity of Borneo Cocoa Syndrome Berhad, which refer to the company ability to repay the loan. Firstly, under borrowing, the company is applying to 3 million financing, and financing consists of 2 million term loan and 500,000 hire purchase and 500,000 overdraft facility. The funds will be used to acquire to the deploy, develop and 10-hectare cocoa plantation, purchase green energy, machinery and support working capital. Moving to repayment, the company's financial performance show a strong repayment capacity. Revenue increased to 23.45 million in 2025, while profit before tax increased to 1.85 million. Although the company is expected to experience negative cash flow during the first 2 years due to the plantation investment, the cash flow is projected to become positive from 3 years onwards, indicating the company will be able to meet its repayment obligation in the long term. Overall, DCSB was the experienced management team, strong operation cash flow and sustainable business expansion plan. Therefore, we conclude that the company's capacity risk is low and it was a sufficient ability to repay the proposed financing. Next, I will explain the capital of Borneo Cocoa Syndrome Berhad, which refers to the company's financial strength and ability to absorb potential losses. Firstly, the company was a strong net worth with total asset of 27.38 million and net worth of 26.63 million as of December 2025. It shows that the company has a solid financial foundation and sufficient resources to support its operation. Secondly, BCSB was maintain positive retained earning and continuous asset growth over the past 5 years from 2021 to 2025. This indicated that the company is financially stable and able to generate profit consistently. In addition, the company was a very low financial risk. This both to the debt to asset ratio and debt to equity ratio at only 3% in 2025. This means the company released very little external borrowing and a healthy capital structure. The company is also support the Borneo Holding Berhad, which has an estimated net worth of 1 million ringgit. This reflects strong shareholder commitment and provide additional financial support if needed. Lastly, the company is strategically reinvesting the capital by acquiring a 10-hectare coconut plantation and investing a green energy machinery to support a long-term sustainable growth. Therefore, we conclude that DCSB capital is assessed a low risk because the company is highly capitalist, financially stable and supported by a strong shareholder. Based on our credit assessment, we recommend Provident Borneo Cocoa Berhad 3 million ringgit financial application subject to a bank term and condition. This decision is supported by several key factors. Firstly, from the character aspect, the company has been operating since 1994, was the experienced management team and maintains a good repayment record, indicating that the borrower is reliable and trustworthy. Secondly, in a term capacity, the company demonstrates stable revenue growth, consistent profitability, and positive long-term cash flow projection. Their factors show the BCSB was a sufficient ability to repay the financing over the loan period. Thirdly, under capital, the company was a strong financial position with a net worth of 26.68 million ringgit, low leverage, and strong support from the major shareholder, Borneo Holdings Berhad, which strengthens the company's financial stability. To reduce the bank's credit risk, the financing will be secured by a 10-hectare cocoa plantation valued at 2.15 million ringgit, together with the first legal charge over the property, personal guarantees from the director, and the corporate guarantee from the Borneo Holding Berhad. In addition, the growing global demand from sustainability cocoa and the company's plan to obtain 4C certification serve support its long-term competitive and business growth. Therefore, our final recommendation to approve the 3 million ringgit financing with a term and condition. As the overall credit risk, they consider low and manageable. For recommendation, we recommend that the bank approve Borneo Cocoa Sdn Bhd financing application of 3 million ringgit, subject to the bank term and condition. This recommendation is supported by several factors. First, the company has a strong business track record, having operated since 1994 with experienced management and stable operation. Second, our analysis shows that the company has a good repayment capacity, supported by consistent revenue and positive cash flow. In addition, the financing will be used to expand with cocoa plantation and improve production efficiency, which support the company future growth. However, there are still some risks, particularly because the collateral value is lower than the total financial amount. To reduce this risk, we recommend that the bank impose several conditions, include the first legal charge of the cocoa plantation, personal guarantees from the directors, a corporate guarantees from the Borneo Holding Berhad, comprehensive insurance or takaful coverage, and the annual submission of the audit financial statement. Therefore, our final recommendation is to improve the financing with conditions and we believe that company's strengths outweigh and identified risks. Thank you.